Welcome to the station of decapitation without your head. I'm Nasty Neal, and I'm joined by Michael Pass, the director of Nail in the Coffin, The Fall and Rise of Vampiro. It's very good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. And Vampiro himself, Ian Hodgkinson. How are you guys doing?
I'm pretty impressed that you got my last name right, so we're off to a good start.
All right, very good. I try to be as professional as possible here.
Well, good, because I probably won't.
Yeah, you might not remember this, but I did interview years ago on my wrestling podcast, and it was you were building up a match with Chaos, and it was at the XPW reunion, and you guys were kind of in character fighting on the show. It was actually pretty fun. It was a long time ago. So.
With Joey?
Yeah.
I kind of remember that, man. I fucking love Joey, man. Joey's an awesome guy, bro. But fuck him. It's my movie.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. So actually, whose idea was it to do the documentary? Did Michael come to you, or was it your idea?
No, it's 100% Michael. Yeah, 100%.
So
yeah, we've known each other for on and off for years, and then I lived in Mexico. I love Lucha Libre. I became a reporter for Super Luchas magazine. Ian and I ended up reconnecting like 15, 16 years later. We bumped into each other in an airport, and he told me what was going on in his life, and I was like, it was crazy. Like he was flying, commuting from Thunder Bay, Ontario, to Mexico City, then going to Los Angeles to do a Lucha Underground, and then he had to be back on Sunday night, to basically take his daughter to school in the morning because he's a single dad. And I'm like, we all complain about commuting. I complain about taking the subway. And he's doing this. He's flying multiple countries and commuting, and it was one thing led to another. And we're like, this is a story. This is amazing. Just the levels like that people go through to make things work. And his love for his daughter was there so much. And it was like, and I knew him years ago, and his love for Dasha was first, like, front and center from day one. And I see him 17 years later, and it's like nothing's changed, and there's a story here, and there's another side to him that I think needs to be told.
So when you started with the idea for the documentary, that was like what you wanted to explore was Ian's relationship with his daughter?
Yeah, for me that was the core of it. I love wrestling, man. I love all his stuff with WCW and Mexico and everything. I love all that. But for me, like that's kind of like the broad strokes of everything. For me, it's him and Dasha, right? And that was the key,
And were you on board right away, Ian, with the idea of doing a documentary?
Yeah. Yes, 100%. There was just something about Michael that I trusted right off the bat, and we became family instantly. So yeah, of course. I mean, I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have done it with somebody else, to be honest with you. I've tried a few times, and I didn't click with anyone. With Michael, I clicked, and that told me that this was it. Yeah.
How about Dasha? Was this something she wanted to do right away?
I don't think so. It was a pain in the ass, no, Mike?
I should warm up to it, yeah. But that's understandable. But once we got going, and it was great, because I mean, this is a person that it's not involved. It's not a spotlight at all. But she put herself out there, and it was really awesome. Definitely, she put herself out there.
Yeah, you mentioned like the travel. And you mentioned in the documentary that you've been clean for 11 years. How is the travel for you? Just being in pain and being on a plane, all the time, long flights.
It's very strange because of the anxiety and the panic attacks and all that. Being on the plane was the only time I could sleep without medication. Yeah, I was safe. I was in a little compact compartment. I was very fortunate that I got to fly business class, for example, and from Canada to LA, they have the pods. So I was in like my own little room, and I felt safe. I loved it. I needed it. but the pain was excruciating. The amount of pain pills I would have to take just to get onto the plane. I think I was going through quite a big number weekly, just to deal with it. It was tough. It was tough. It was tough.
Is that hard? I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was just wondering if that's hard to even take pain pills and stay clean from doing, overdoing with pain pills or taking anything else.
I mean, it got to the point I was angry that I had to take pain pills. You know what I mean? I loved the euphoria. I mean, how could you not? But I saw what it was doing to me, because I look back on my career. I was an athletic guy. I was very, very strong. I was very competitive in a lot of sports. And then I turned into this water balloon because of the amount of drugs and being sick. And I was 340 pounds, dude. I was dying. I was going to drop dead from a heart attack at any second. I was disgusted with my quality of life, but at the same time, because of the mental health, I didn't know what was going on, and nobody was telling me. So I was just there, waiting to die.
Yeah. Just a similar thing. I was over 300 pounds in 2018. I'm down to like 190 at the moment, almost half my body weight, and I stopped pain pills and drinking and everything. But it also helps your mental well-being, I think, when you get off a lot of things.
Of course, dude.
Not just your physical, obviously.
It's not just you. It's the way people see you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the victim and you're this mental health patient, you're just fucking yourself up with all these bad things, how do you think people see you? Once you start to make those changes and you say, well, people look at me different. No, you're different. They're the same. Now that you just fit in better because you're not being this pillhead, right? So that's another thing too. You stop pointing fingers and you become accountable. So it's a big deal when you get off that shit. And I congratulate you on that.
Thank you. You as well. Yeah. Do you think it would have been possible to be to have the wrestling career you had and the schedule and be totally clean?
Do
you think you could have been clean like during your prime and still had the schedule you had?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I was wrestling 6-7 times a day, 7 days a week in different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Flying here, flying there, no sleep, shitty food. Got to be up. You got to be on. You got to meet people. You got to go in the ring. You take those bumps. You get back to the hotel. You're in Japan. Next day you're in Mexico. Then you're in Los Angeles. Then you go back to Germany. Then to Japan. Then to Hawaii. It's like, what the fuck? No. You got to be careful what you ask for. You got to understand that it's a moment in time that's going to last 6, 7, 8 months. Mine lasted 20 years, so I was lucky. But you're going to abuse yourself. I mean, if you're in a smash-up derby car and you're famous because you're a smash-up derby car, how many times can you smash up that car?
Right. Yeah. So part of the documentary is, obviously big parts of your relationship with your daughter. And also a lot of it, I think, is your struggle with, like, your relationship with wrestling itself. Like, it's like you love it on some level, but there's also a lot about that you hate wrestling. So what is, like, obviously there's money and fame and everything, but what would you say really is, like, the biggest draw for you for wrestling?
When it ends. Yeah. I love wrestling. I love the pro wrestling industry. I absolutely adore the fans. I adore the interaction.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. If you want to be a wise guy, you can do it anyway. If you want to be a strong man, you can do it anyway. If you want to be an Indian chief, cowboy, you can do it in the ring. You can't do it in the mall. The most electrifying line in sports entertainment today. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, hate me if you can survive if I let you. I'm figuring and thinking there's nothing to stop my soul man Randy Savage now. I'm the man. I'm the icon. And yes,
All right, and I am live here once again at In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I'm the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all of podcasting, Nasty Neal. And this is In Your Head. So, we've got some guests lined up, which you hear me say every week. But yesterday was PN News' birthday, and he'll be on the show very soon. So happy birthday to PN News. Boom. So we had the big beach, wasn't beach blast. It was beach break. Beach break. It wasn't beach blanket bingo. Wasn't beach blast. It was beach break. AEW's annual beach break is their big Dynamite show. And this was a pretty loaded card. We have the big beach setup like they used to do on the old WCW pay-per-views. Always like that when they would, like Halloween Havoc, they would have the graveyard on the beach ones. Sometimes they would have them on a beach, or they'd have it set up, with like lifeguard chairs and that kind of stuff. That's what they had here. The lifeguard chairs, they had like beach chairs and stuff. And the show, excuse me, the show opened with a Kenny Omega promo about the big title match tonight. And he had everyone's favorite, Nokazawa, with him. We haven't seen him for a while. And he did not oil himself up. He didn't oil up Kenny. There was no oil involved with Nokazawa. So he's had a job for quite a while in AEW to do absolutely nothing. But whatever. I'm not here to judge that. Just lost my screen here. It's a very professional show. Hit the like button. Don't be a fool. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Help support the channel and become a member. It starts only $3 a month. $5 a month, you're going to get a shout out every show, which I will do momentarily. And for the $10 tier, you can become a producer of In Your Head, like our friends Brian, Matthew, Clutter, the Lurker, and a couple of folks who just gave nice donations, so I also made them producers for the month. That is Jonathan Jackson and Vic Schiavone. Ha! Good folks indeed. Last week was the 4th of July. So for this week only, if you donate, for the first person, because I only have one of these, if you donate $5 or more, let's do $10 or more. Should do $17.76. If you donate if you donate $17.76 or higher, you will receive this American flag sticker and a collection of wrestling stickers, which I will randomly pick here on the show. Send me your address and I'll send them out. This is the 4th of July, or as we like to call it, the 10th of July special here, 1 week away, or 1 week ago. All right. So we had the beach set up, and we opened up the show's Kenny Omega promo about the match, as I mentioned. But the first match, Tommaso Ciampa versus Jericho, the blood feud, Ciampa and Jericho. I'm a big fan of both these guys. I've been a fan of Jericho for decades. And so I'm happy that he came back. I'm happy he's doing well. I'm happy that the crowd's back into him again. And Ciampa is a place that he's well used. Now, the only problem with Tommaso, I think, in AEW is they ran through like months of storylines with this guy in like weeks. Maybe like a year storyline. They bring him in, he wins the belt right away. It's a great story about, this veteran who's been misused, maybe not, overlooked for years, comes in, wins the title, means so much to him, means so much to his family. They show his family. Then he immediately turns heel, he loses the title. They went through all this stuff that really should have played out over months, but they just like bam, 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 and flew through all of it. Now he's, just think of that. It was only a few months ago when he debuted, and they're showing his family. Now he's just this ruthless guy who wants to kill everybody. And that is also an issue I have with AEW. And as everyone knows, I'm an AEW fan, but their heels always want to be like murderers. They never just like kind of a dastardly guy. Maybe they want to pull the tights or something. They want to like kill people. So like, you had the Death Riders, they were wanting to suffocate people. And then you have guys like want to like just impale people with screwdrivers. You had the guy with the scissors just gonna like cut someone's throat. And then later on in this match, Ciampa like just pulls out like a drill, and I'm like, why does every heel just have to go right to murder? Can't they just be like, yeah, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts or something? No, it's like I am going to maim and murder this man. It's like every single heel has to just be, some kind of maniacal murderer. So Tommaso Ciampa, he's hiding behind like a fake tree, which I got kind of a laugh about, but it was a little silly, I have to say. But he's hiding out behind like a fake like palm tree or whatever. Jericho comes out, and so he attacks Jericho, but Jericho gets one up on him, and he suplexes Tommaso through a beach chair, which gives Ciampa a hard way cut underneath his ass, which at first, like, if you were only listening and Taz is like, even if you have like a slice on your ass, like behind, like underneath your asshole, he didn't say asshole, but it's pretty much what he said. And like, it's filled with sand. I'm like, what is going on? Did I miss something? Because I didn't even see the cut at this point. I was like, hot damn. Was Jericho just like sodomizing Ciampa in the back? Like, what the hell is happening on AEW? But it was like a little cut. At some point, Tommaso brings in a bucket with sand in it. Well, at first I'm like, okay, but it does come into play, honestly. Jericho's bleeding in the match. Just a really good back and forth match between these two veterans. Tommaso pulls down the knee, which he had used to win the title at one point, but Jericho reverses into the Lion Tamer, which this was a whole good series of stuff. Then Tommaso grabs the bucket, which Aubrey grabs and pulls away from. So when she pulls it away, he has a handful of sand, throws it in Jericho's eyes, which this whole series I thought was well done. And then he does the knee this time because Jericho's blinded, hits the knee and pins him. Really good match. And then Tommaso just smashes Jericho in the head with a chair after. Then he gets out. There's like a tool bag. That's not like, like, I don't mean he's got Jonathan Jackson under the ring and a total tool bag. I mean, he's got a literal tool bag, not OIB, not the OI bitch. No, like an actual bag that's full of tools, like power tools. And he pulls out a power drill, and it's like he's just gonna. I guess he's gonna like blind him. He's gonna drill out his eye, or maybe just drill right into his temple and give him a frontal lobotomy, or it's always just going to go to the nth degree. It can't just be, hey, I won, you're a poop head or something. No, it's got to like, I must murder the man. But then the security kept him away. There's Tommaso, like the drill was very slow. And so he was going to drill like an inflatable something. And it kind of got away from him, but he got it back. And then he was doing the drill and was flying around. But it almost looked like he was almost ready to hurt himself. Whoa! Jonathan Jackson's going to pull his tool bag live on air. Bam! Hits through the roof. The next heel to debut in AEW will bring a gun. I wouldn't doubt it. Mikey B. That's not Mikey B. That's Michael Petrelli, the Paisan of In Your Head. He's a good man. No matter what Jonathan Jackson says about Michael, I say he's a good guy. My former co-host used to, belittle him all the time off air, and I'd be, no injure. Michael is a good guy, and he's like, I hate that son of a bitch. If I ever see him, I'm going to spit in his eye. I'm going to kick him in the balls, and I'm going to get a slow-powered drill and just drill right into his forehead. Like, God damn, OIB. The hell are you? You Tommaso Ciampa or something? All right. Look, folks. I'm a lenient guy. We got a Facebook group. Been around for a long time. And I'm good with posting stuff. But do you really need to post the other podcast in the podcast group? That's all I'm asking. You don't really need to do that, do you? So anyway, so that was a good match. Then we get Jamie. We had like a vignette of Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor, the Brawling Birds, beating up a bunch of guys in a pub. It was pretty silly, I thought. We had MJF and Ospreay promo outside the building, hyping up Wembley, because Ospreay is going to fight whoever wins this match at Wembley. Kyle Fletcher versus Takeshita for one of the many titles that are all basically the same. This one's the international. Great match. Kyle Fletcher, one of the guys you can build a whole company around. Takeshita too, honestly. I think these are two future and present and future guys of AEW. Kyle Fletcher was a surprise. Like, I always thought he's good, but like, that guy's really come in his own, got a chance, and ran with the ball. So hats off, everything to Kyle Fletcher. Now, this was a match, I will have to say. Some people say, like, AEW's, they don't sell anything. It's not that they didn't sell anything. There were so many near falls. You probably could have cut out a few, maybe save these guys' bodies a little bit. But that said, fantastic. There was like some really great series outside of the ring. Takeshita, he reversed Kyle's, or was it Kyle? I think Kyle reversed Takeshita into a tombstone, and then did or maybe it was Takeshita, and then he did like a reversed, it was like a wheelbarrow German suplex onto the ring apron where it's really hard. It was just wild stuff. Kyle Fletcher went for a backslide. Takeshita reversed that, need him in the head. Takeshita, great near fall off the sheer drop brainbuster. And then they were both at the top fighting. And then Kyle hits the career enders, Don Callis calls, which is a good name for move. Top rope brainbuster, which is just insane. It's a brainbuster off the top rope where he flips in midair and drops the guy's head on the turnbuckle. Pretty nuts. I assume a high level of danger involved. Hello, my boy, my buddy, my pal. So we're doing a 4th of July special week out. If you donate $17.76, which could be $17.76 or $1,776, your choice, you will get this American flag sticker. I'll sign it if that's not like against the law. And you'll also get some wrestling stickers, which I will pick out randomly and send them out to you to help support the channel. Then we had Mick Foley came out for a promo. Mick Foley in much better shape than last time I saw him. Honestly, he looks pretty good for his age. He does. I think he probably looks younger than last time he had a run in WWE. I believe he's straight edge, right? Or he is now anyway. So, I think that says a lot. So, Mick Foley came out, and it was his first appearance on a Turner channel in 32 years, they said, which is pretty nuts. So he's interviewing Kyle Fletcher after Kyle Fletcher won the international title. And then Don Callis, who I think is one of the best heel managers in the biz, he told Mick, this is a celebration of the Don Callis family, not about Mick Foley stealing the thunder from the young stars. Then Mick Foley just randomly starts talking about his shoes. And I was like, what? Is Foley losing his mind? But it was like, yeah, he's like, oh, he has shoe painted like his dog who just passed away. I was like, oh, that's too bad. But then he said the dog's been gone for over a year. Look, I'm a big animal guy. Still miss my cat and my dog that died, 10 years ago. That's a little weird. Like, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. Whatever. So that was a little odd. But then he saved it because he was like, this dog. Well, it's a little weird too, because like this dog, the shoe that's painted after the family dog that's died, I'm gonna shove it up your asshole. Like, Is that like a good like in memory of Fluffy the dog? Like I just shove it up this guy's ass. It's kind of weird. Plus they were like moccasins or so, like I don't know. It didn't seem like they'd be particular. Well, look, if I say it's not particularly painful, then people are like, oh man, Neil can take a lot more up. And that's not what I'm saying. No, I'm saying. Kevin Knight comes out, the TNA champion. Look, Kevin Knight, he's a good wrestler. He shows he's a little better on talking than he was. This guy just ain't it though. He's not The Rock. They want him to be like this next like top dude. I don't see it. I'm sorry. He also came out and he called the DCMJF, which was what they were calling the Don Callis and MJF group, which it's not now. So that was kind of weird, I thought. And then he called the Don Callis family. Andrade comes out. Most of the Don Callis family chases him off. Backstage, Darby attacks like 3 guys by himself and immediately just starts getting his ass beat. I was like, well, that was stupid. And then Brian Cage pulls the skateboard out of Darby's backpack or whatever, goes to hit him with it, and then it explodes. And then Andrade walks in with like a remote, like on a cartoon, like a Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget remote, like that he just set up his bomb. He's like, who did that? And I'm a little too much here for my liking, but whatever. I don't know. We had Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley versus. Now look, huge team, 2 of the top guys ever in AEW. Jon Moxley's been on the top of the wrestling world from the indies to developmental to WWE to AEW. Perennial top guy. Ospreay, arguably the best in-ring wrestler in the world, connects to the crowd, total package. They have this long-going angle about together. So you think, you got these top-notch stars. Ospreay's going to Wembley. He's going to main event Wembley Stadium. These 2, who are they going to face? Got to be a top team, right? Moxley and Ospreay on, Beach Break, maybe Cage and Copeland, FTR, the Young Bucks, maybe the Motor City Machine Guns just signed. At the very least, like the Guns or the Dogs, the Workhorsemen. Now, who out there? There couldn't be one single person in the world, not in the arena, not in the United States at home watching on TV, not across all the Americas on DVR and streaming. I mean, not one person in the entire world, living or dead. I could get out the tarot cards. I could get out the Ouija board. I'll ask spirits. None of them. I'll conjure up the spirits of Terry Funk and Harley Race, Lou Thez, Gene Kinitsky. I'll ask Ed Farmer Burns, Abe Lincoln. I'll ask them all. Not one of them would say they think the Workhorsemen are going to beat Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley. Not one. I could walk around the mall and ask the old people who are mall walkers. I could go down to the school, which sounds very weird, and ask like the kids on the playground, again, very strange. But none of them. They would all say, well, we know who's going to win, Nasty Neal. It's a foregone conclusion. So then I say this. If not one single person living or dead or about to become alive, you could go and ask sperm if they became sentient. None of them are going to say the Workhorsemen are going to win. So I ask you this, Headyverse. If not one single being thinks the Workhorsemen have any chance of winning, You have this match, it's got to be a squash then, right? It's like a minute squash. I come out there, whoop some ass. No! Now, was it 20 minutes? No. But there's no reason this should be longer than a minute and a half. And it should just be total destruction. But no. We had like a competitive match of Will Ospreay and John Moxley versus the fucking Workhorsemen. And then to top it all off, the wrong guy takes a fall. The guy that actually has there's something about Drake. He could be, the modern day, I don't want to say Dusty Rhodes. He's not the charisma, but there's something there. Not only that, the guy's so out of shape, he couldn't take either move. So he couldn't get his arms back to take the DDT properly because he couldn't get his arms behind his back to do the double underhook. So it looks terrible. It's clear he's just putting his arms up a little bit to take the DDT. It looks like shit. And then he's too heavy to pop back up to take the elbow. So the finish looked like shit. The point of jobbers is to make the other guys look good. This didn't make anybody look good. You knew who's going to win. The finish looked like shit. This match sucked. And to top it off, I don't like Will Ospreay's elbow. I think he's great, but I don't think that elbow's good. So take that, Will Ospreay. Fuck the Workhorseman. Then we had the Toxic Spider Tekla come out, who I am in love with. I love Tekla. Tekla rules. And then he comes out, or she comes out, I'm sorry, and she's on the announce team. And she was funny as hell. She did a great job on the commentary. She's got a role as a commentator after she retires, which should be a long time from now. But there is something there. She should talk more often, get more promo time. Very funny. Mercedes Moné was on the lifeguard chair, so you had like the two champions watching this match. And it was the women's gauntlet. So we had Athena, Maya World, Sky Blue, and I don't think I'd seen Maya World before, but she threw some fucking terrible kicks. They missed by inches, and Tekla even said on commentary, almost hit her, which I thought was pretty funny. So Tekla was great. Crowd completely dead, just dead as can be. And then Mira Shirakawa comes out. I'm not a fan of, but she starts shaking her tatas and her booty, and it did get the crowd into it. Rena, who I have no idea who that is, came out. Julia Hart, Thunder Rosa, and Willow Nightingale. And by the end, the crowd was into this. And Willow Nightingale won. I was like, meh. I mean, we've seen her have so many title shots. I mean, who really cares? And then this was very odd. So she wins, and then the Divine Dominion come out and beat up the Sisters of whatever they are, the Sisters of Sin, which is Tekla's group, the other two members of the Triangle of Madness. Tekla spears Willow, and then she just like seems to not give a flying fuck that her teammates were beat up, or that looks like the other team's going to come whoop her ass. She's just standing there. And then Willow starts fighting back, and Tekla completely no-sells all of her offense, which I'm a huge Tekla fan. I think she's a lot better than Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale's good, but I'm a big Tekla fan. But she's like 5 foot, maybe 4'11", and she's no-selling like the physically biggest woman in the company. It's bad. It just didn't make any sense. I didn't really understand this whole thing at the end. And then Mercedes comes in, takes out Tekla. There was just way too many like beat downs, and like this person takes this person out. Just too much stuff going on there. Jungle Boy, and at that moment, like who? Yeah, and Willow won, but she got beat. I don't know. She got beat up, and then her offense was no soul. It was very strange. Jungle Boy vignette. All right, look. I used to think a lot of Jack Perry, but I think so he turns heel, really goes shitty, doesn't go well. comes back and he's just Jungle Boy again, and he's back with Luchasaurus, and you just recreate the team from years ago. I think they should have cut their losses and just let the guy go. I just don't think there's anything there. Especially what they see, because they're teasing he's going to become world champion and re-sign with AEW. Nah. Nothing, I'm not against either guy being on the show, but you're not going to get really anything anymore out of Jack Perry or Luchasaurus. They're yesterday's news. Renee with a speedball, looking weird as fuck. I mean, this guy is always a weirdo. And I got a weirdo hat, so I should be able to give my opinion on what a weirdo he is. Look, I don't know. It looks like he's out of Star Trek, like in like their like casual clothes out of Star Trek, like the old original show. I don't get this guy, and I don't want to make any accusations, but would you be surprised if he was like some pervert or something? And I don't mean anything criminal. Like, I don't know, maybe he collects like used panties or something. I mean, the guy's a creepy looking dude. He says he wants the national championship. I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like, who cares, dude? So that was a pointless segment, like right before the main event. It's like this fucking weird dude saying he wants the, worthless title. It's like, whoop-de-fucking do, buddy. It'd be like before Ric Flair and Harley Race and Black Bart's like, I want the Western States Heritage Championship, but like, cares? Nobody cares. All right, then we went to the main event. MJF versus Kenny Omega. And this was great storytelling. In my opinion, the right guy won for many reasons. So this is probably the final major run of Kenny Omega. He's the guy, one of the guys who started the company. You get the one last run, because if he lost this, then what do you have? You just have an old has-been, and then any feud after this, if he lost, there's no meaning. So he has the title now, reestablishes Kenny Omega as the top guy. I do think Kenny Omega Ospreay is a better match for Wembley in the ring. You have to have a really big match for MJF too, because MJF, is the man. That's going to tear the roof off. I don't think it has a roof, but if they built one, they'll tear it off. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay at Wembley. And also another point I want to say is MJF's like 30, and he's had the title 3-4 times, whatever, 3 times. If you are looking to the future, like we want this guy to be have the record for title wins, and maybe someday rival Ric Flair. In order for that to happen, he has to lose the belt. He can't be, champion for 2 years in a row. So I think it's smart to do these title switches every once in a while with MJF, where he lost to Darby Allin, wins the belt back, lose it to Kenny Omega. I don't think he should win it back right away. I think it should go to Wembley. Ospreay should beat Kenny Omega in England. It's going to be huge. And then down the road, MJF wins the belt back and gets another title reign. So great show. Obviously, some stuff I think was whatever, but nothing like that really like hurt the show to me, because you had some killer stuff here. Just the MJF Kenny Omega match. And the Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, just that stuff. Oh, and Tommaso Ciampa, Jericho. Yeah, all that stuff's great. And honestly, I think Foley adds something to the show. So there we go. That was Beach Break. Now, last time we were on, the Sami Zayn had finally won the world title. To me, it kind of felt like too late. Like, the guy's still over. Don't get me wrong. But it was a few years ago. Like, I think you could argue he's the most over guy in the company. So he finally gets the title win. And I think I mentioned even last week, like, if I didn't mention, I mentioned off air to my brother Troy. It really depends on what happens now. So, yeah, I didn't expect him to have like a year title reign, but I think you had to have at least had him like defended a few times, and then at least build up to a pay-per-view. But you have CM Punk return and immediately beat Sami Zayn. The day he returns, immediately gets the title shot and wins the belt off Sami Zayn, which I think really hurt Sami Zayn. He's just seen as a real fluke, I think. And Punk is as big as you're going to get. And I'm not against him getting the belt back, but couldn't you have built this up for a little bit? Couldn't they have built it up to the next pay-per-view? Like, did he have to just come back and win it? People are comparing it to Hulk Hogan, and I think that's rightfully so. And I'm a Punk guy. But a lot of this stuff is all the stuff Punk used to be against. Foley was straight. Yeah, I believe he still is. Show was amazing. Could have been a pay-per-view. Yeah, I agree. It was really good. All right, here's the link if you guys want to join me. I'm going to go over these questions here. You can send in questions to In Your Head via the Facebook group. Facebook is a little passé now. I realize that. So we'll have to what happened was my pal AJ was building a Discord for both In Your Head, for Without Your Head and In Your Head. It's gonna all be under one. AJ's been busy making a movie, so he hasn't been around, so it never really got launched yet. So we will get back onto that here in a second. All right, Anthony Chobo, what's up, buddy?
I'm doing good in everything.
Man, and you all cleaned up there. You shaved.
Yeah.
I think did you freshly shave your head and face?
Yep, clean.
Looking good.
So I'm doing good in everything.
That's what we like to hear.
I like to hear what happened last Monday. Last Monday night was good.
Oh yeah, you
Excellent.
liked it?
I like to see him Punk's our new champion.
Yeah, and he's all jacked now.
Yeah, 40. He's 48, I believe.
Yeah, but he's in the best shape I've ever seen him in.
Yeah, but it might be him against Cody in SummerSlam.
Yeah, I've seen that enough. But
That's gonna be a boring match. Cody's gonna, all know that Cody's gonna win that.
I hope not. I've had enough of Cody Rhodes. I'd rather see
remember
Punk
Cody
as
Rhodes
champ.
too. He sucks, and I watched Evolve. Evolve's getting good.
Oh, cool.
Evolve. Nikia Lyons is the queen of the Evolve champion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched the Crown Jewel pay-per-view a couple weeks ago. It was a good pay-per-view.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going bowling tomorrow.
Sweet. You know what? I've never been bowling.
You should. And 52 days until my birthday.
Wow, it's the 52-day countdown.
Yeah, 43.
Any plans for your birthday?
Hoping I go see Legend of the White Dragon, Jason David Frank's final movie. Hit the like button.
Do it up. Smash it.
And
Don't
I
be
want
a
to go
bum.
see Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Hey.
What's up,
Mikey.
Michael
Hi, how are ya?
Petrelli?
I'm
Michael
doing good.
Petrelli. There's a rumor he plays the Shocker in the new Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man got that Infinity Gem. Well, I heard that in July we're getting a new Avengers Doomsday trailer.
Okay.
That's cool.
I'm looking forward to Avengers Doomsday. I heard Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman are in it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What Avenger would make the best wrestler? I guess the
That'll be
Hulk,
Captain
probably.
America.
Captain America. Okay.
Yeah. See that?
I'm thinking the Hulk. It'd be hard to beat
I
the
lost
Hulk.
7 pounds.
The whole thing.
Hell yeah, Wendy's diet. The
And
weights
the
is flying off.
And walking and everything.
That's a good man. How much you walk a day?
I walk a lot.
That's how you keep track of it. You got a timer. Once it hits a lot, you've hit your goal.
So yeah, I've been coming down with a cold. I've been collecting a lot of VHSs.
Really?
Gonna get the job at AMC soon.
Cool.
Oh wow, that's cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, I
Cool.
might. And I had a meeting this past today, but I wasn't able to get some drift store stuff. I will soon.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't been to the thrift store for a little while.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
got a lot of old VHS tapes. Maybe
Me
you
too.
want some.
Me
I don't
too.
know.
Me, I got OnlyFans. I got
My
the
local
OnlyFans.
library gives them for free.
Yeah, they no longer accept.
Sometimes the
you can't
library
donate.
gives them away. Yeah, they have a box saying free VHS tapes.
Mm.
Check your local library, Anthony. They might be giving some for free.
Oh, OnlyFans. Nice. That's a
Yeah,
new
let me
movie.
That's cool.
download that. Got it all signed by the cast.
Sweet. I've got
Cool.
a VHS tape of my film, End Zone 2 here.
Yeah. I'm doing good. And I got this 2 years ago.
That's cool. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. With Deadpool Wolverine.
Hell yeah.
I went opening night. And I didn't
Cool.
get the Supergirl cup, unfortunately. I'm gonna get the Spider-Man cup.
What was the Supergirl cup?
The world cape and everything.
The only popcorn bucket I got is the Toxic Avenger one, but I do like
I
them.
almost went to go see that. I went to go see it, but I'm gonna go see that. I'm gonna go see Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm gonna go see Legend of White Dragon, Kyrie vs. Acme.
Oh, that's cool.
Return of the Living Dead 2. I put it on for and I got a movie on Tubi called Green from
Cool.
Tromaville.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's Adrian's movie. Adrian SP. Whoa.
Oh.
Okay.
Bye.
There you go. Yeah. Troy and I are going to go see Evil Dead. Evil Dead Burn this week.
Okay, the new one.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
That's cool.
Yeah, some people
I
hate
kind of
it.
wish that I'm sorry, go ahead. I kind of wish
No.
Bruce Campbell would be in a new one again. Reprise his role as Ash one more time.
Yeah, I think he said he just, he doesn't want to. So, but I like the new one.
The
too.
show.
I like the show too. It kind of seemed like he got
The show
kind of
didn't-
depressed that it didn't do better. The show.
Yeah, and it didn't get a proper ending really, because I think Stars canceled it before they did. But yeah,
I like the show.
I like the show.
It really felt just more of the three movies. I like the new movies too. I like that they're different because I think if you just tried to do if you tried to have a new Ash, it would come off really bad. So I like that they try to be a little darker. And
when I was in Las Vegas 10 years ago, I was at a museum and I took pictures with all the puppets from Army of Darkness that were in the movie.
Oh wow, that's
which was
really
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a
They had
shout
them
out.
at Planet Hollywood.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, they had them at Planet Hollywood. It was cool.
So I need to give a shout out here. Sometimes I forget to the fine folks who help support the channel. So we have our producers, The Lurker, and Brian Matthew Cluttar. And then we have our Hall of Famers, The Sandman, which is Vic Schiavone, Toronto Stevie, Tazo the Greek, Nate G, SC Jack, Ashley Cummings, Luigi-tron, Jonathan Jackson, Michael Petrelli, Gaz CT, Hearn 55, The Burn Man, Marco Bill Games, House of Dar, Suleiman Payne, Mason in Portland, Brian Kennedy, The Jobberwocky, and Hog Eyeman. So thank you, folks. And if you send in $17.76 tonight, $17.76, you will get a American flag sticker and some wrestling stickers for the 250th anniversary. So yeah, the show was Beach Break was really good.
Oh yeah, I love the venue. It looked like a music festival. I thought that was a very cool venue. They had it
I
in
like
the
how they set it
theater in
up.
Florida.
Yeah, it seems like they used to do that in the old WCW shows. They would do that for Halloween Havoc and Beach Blast. They'd set up in the entranceway, all the cool stuff.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. You never saw that in WWE or WWF, really.
No, I don't think so. Maybe maybe like in your house. Maybe they did. They had like the house kind of deal, but not really the same thing.
Yeah. That was cool. I like that they're running different types of venues that wrestling companies haven't ran before.
Yeah, I agree. Luddite Supreme.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Hey.
How are you doing, buddy?
Not bad.
Good. Got some nice paintings in the background that Luddite himself has made. You working on anything currently?
Oh, we got AEW.
Yeah, it's always good to stay active.
So,
So we got some questions here from the anything on your mind before we get to some of these insane questions. I think there's a lot of them.
Well, I really like the Beach Break show. And we could just get to the questions.
Oh,
I don't
no,
really
if
have
there's anything else. Yeah, all right. Lexar wants to know, when is the next in your head? Right now. Friday night, 6:05. I would have been live at 6:05, but I actually ended up going out with Troy, and I came home a little late, so sorry about that. But otherwise, I would have been live 6:05. Lexar, WWE is expected to sign Zelia Fatu and be put in the bloodline. Are you intrigued? No! Enough of the bloodline. Is anyone really then into the bloodline now? When isn't the leader Sonny Suckamoff?
Solo.
Or whatever? Yeah, Solo Suckamoff. And the good
How many of the Rock's family members have gotten a job with WWE? Like 25, 30?
well, they would have got that job anyway because they are a famous wrestling family by themselves. I mean, to be fair,
I don't know. I don't know if they would. I don't think they would have hired this many without the bloodline.
Do you think at the WWE corporate office, when they do their employee review, they say, "Oh, Bob, how did you get your job here? Oh, I'm related to The Rock." Maria, how do you get your job here? Oh, I'm related to The Rock.
Yeah, there's probably.
Yeah,
Do you think
like
there's a lot of office members that are just related to The Rock? I think
maybe.
It's not only that. It's like I think their plan is these are more people that they can eventually put into the Hall of Fame and get another Rock induction.
Yeah, they get him to show up finally.
Yeah.
You guys are being unfair.
Do you think they would ever? You think Solo Suckamoff would have been like a main event guy without The Rock? Guy fucking sucks.
I don't think he'd be on TV without The Rock.
No, I don't think so either. The bloodline, like when you had Roman Reigns with there was like a 5-year run of the bloodline that was great. I think it was one of the only things I even paid attention to in WWE. But once you get the Usos out and Roman Reigns, and it's like Solo Suckamoff, like feuding with like, I don't know, who is he feuding with? Like there was like a fake Samoan guy in there for a while, and it just blows.
Well,
if you had the NWO and it was led by Horace Hogan and he was like feuding with like Virgil, you'd be like, enough.
Yeah. That's what it feels like.
This is like a 20-year run. Big Bill, a.k.a. Kaz, will have his AEW contract expire. Will go back to WWE. I think people are jumping the gun that he's just going to. I think he will, but you can't just say he will unless he does. It's also rumored that Enzo could be returning to WWE to reunite with Kaz. Are you intrigued? I am intrigued. I'm a big fan of Kaz. I'm of Enzo. I mean, I used to not think anything of Big Cass. I really just thought he happened to be a guy with Enzo. But Big Bill really turned himself around in AEW, and I think they missed the boat on the guy.
But once Lexar used the word intrigued correctly.
Exactly. Yeah, it's usually like, hey, I just ate some bubble gum. Are you intrigued?
But no, that's exactly dang on the use of intrigue.
Yeah. Well, as they say, a broken clock. What do you think, Michael? I'm happy for Big Bill. He's done really well for himself, and I think they should have.
Yeah, that's good. I enjoyed him with Jericho this last time. I thought he was doing pretty good.
I liked him, and before that, I thought him and Brian Cage were a good team. I think they didn't do enough with them either.
Yeah,
I think
he's good. I like him.
LOD. Yeah. That is a valid criticism of AEW. they don't push any of their big guys very well.
Yeah.
Brian Cage, like after that time off, you think you could have done something big with him. He came back and he just like he lost immediately, and now he's just like a guy again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Former
Yeah, they've never had like a good monster in the company, a good big man that beats
the
everybody.
closest one was Rusev for a while. And the guy who passed away.
Brody Lee.
Brody Lee, yeah. Former TNA star Joe Doring passed away after a long battle with brain cancer. AEW and TNA paid tribute to him on social media, especially TNA, which on the Slammiversary pay-per-view, the show is dedicated to him. This one's for Joe. Thoughts? Yeah, I don't really know who he was, but that's, obviously it's terrible to die of brain cancer. He's not a particularly old guy, and that's very nice of any company to pay tribute to him.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Longtime TNA wrestler Eric Young is leaving the company to return to WWE to become a coach. Are you intrigued? I always liked Eric Young, and good for him to get a job, a lifelong guy, and I think he deserves, a job in wrestling.
Yeah, it's good for him.
It is. Now, he did wrestle briefly in WWE. They really didn't use him, but it's funny to me that WWE, like, almost all their coaches are former TNA guys, and a lot of them, like,
they got Team Canada. They got Petey Williams and Bobby Roode, and now they have Eric Young.
Yeah, they need Scott D'Amore. Yeah, an A1.
Yeah, and Hotshot Johnny Devine. Then they'll have all of them.
Well, kind of hard to get Johnny Devine.
Really? Is he dead or something? And I didn't know about it. Oh, he is. Wow, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
I might be. It's either Rave or Johnny Devine. I'm not.
Rave. Yeah, Rave, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Rave. I think Johnny Devine's still alive.
I'm not sure. I might be mixing them up.
Johnny Devine, if you're out there, let us know. Are you dead?
Some stuff that's moving behind Neil.
I guess he can't let us know if he's dead. But if you're alive, let us know.
We'll have to have a seance on Without Your Head.
Yeah, let me look him up. Johnny Devine. I don't remember Johnny Devine, really. I might once I see him.
He was just more like the lone guys. He used to team with Eric Young, like Petey Williams and Bobby Roode would team, and then he would be with Eric Young.
No, he's still alive. He's 52. Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember him now.
Yeah, I mixed him with Rave.
Yeah, Rave. He had a bad last several years before he passed away.
Oh yeah, I remember they amputated his arm.
Yeah, I think didn't he end up both of them getting amputated? I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Conan, ODB, and the Amazing Red are announced as inductees in this year's TNA Hall of Fame, taking place at the Bound for Glory. This here is my story. How Bound for Glory weekend in Tampa. Are you intrigued? Not intrigued, but good for them.
Why don't they put in LAX instead of just Conan? They should put Homicide and Hernandez with them. Just put in LAX as a group.
They really should. I hate to say this, but I think they want to get Conan in there because he's pretty ill. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But there's no reason you couldn't put him with everybody.
Yeah, I think they should put the whole group.
That was his best run. LAX really was a great. There were so many great things in TNA that either they botched or they didn't go a lot with, and LAX was so hot there for a while. It didn't get too well. No, did OIB die? No, he's he rage quit the show several months ago and blocked me. Has not spoken to me since. So. But we wish him well. The OIBH. That is only me saying that. That is not the thought of Michael or Ludite. Right.
No, I wish he'd come back though. He seemed like he was going to come back, but it's up to him,
Yeah, of course he's welcome back. AEW President Tony Khan recently mentioned when asked about purchasing TNA Wrestling for $40 million. Tony said absolutely not. I'm pretty sure you asked that same question, Lexar, last week. Paul, and yeah, I mean, no, I don't know. Why would he do that? Paul Heyman admitted that he wanted to buy TNA, like now or back in the day.
He said in 2010 that he wanted a part of the company to come in.
I doubt he wanted to buy it. I bet he wanted to be given part of the company. If he
Yeah.
TNA
that he knew they wouldn't take.
Yeah, because it was like, right. They wanted to hire him as a, booker, and so he's just like, well, if I do that, I want to own or partly own the company.
Yeah, had they taken his plan, he wanted that, but
yeah. Who knows what if anything happened? I don't know. I mean,
it probably would have been better.
Would have been better. Yeah.
If you get Dixie out of power and put Heyman in, that would have been a lot better. Rockhead Carter.
Looking back, I really do think that killed all the momentum that the company had. Well, when they brought in Hogan and Bischoff, because you just started jobbing out all the guys that people actually liked in TNA, and it just became the home to a bunch of old has-beens like the Nasty Boys.
Christopher Daniels did the job to Val Venus on like the first show.
Yeah, and then what did he do in the company? Nothing. Now he's an insane guy. Lexar, what's up,
He'd
buddy?
be in the Hall of Fame if he wasn't so crazy.
Yeah,
I think Val should be in the Hall of Fame, but it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, he's pretty bad, honestly. What's up, Lexi? Sexy
what
Lexi.
Up? What up? Now, me and Michael Petrelli are friends on Facebook now.
Yeah, I got your request.
Good man. Good. Now, no funny business. Don't be sending in any videos to him, Lexar.
Maybe wrestling videos if I ever get a chance.
Yeah, wrestling videos. Don't be pulling out any body parts or anything.
I'll pull out my ass.
Whoa! No. Michael's a good guy. He's a good man. You don't need to.
By the way, Neil, I found out that this Wednesday AEW is coming to your town, Boston.
Yeah,
for Dynamite and Collision.
Yeah,
going.
The tickets were really expensive. I was surprised.
What?
Like the cheapest ticket was like $185 or something. I was like,
wow. Is that a resale? Maybe it's sold out and that's a resale. Sometimes the Ticketmaster kind of tricks you.
Yeah, because I actually think I don't think any of the balcony seats were left.
Ticketmaster's they're being their own scalpers nowadays.
Yeah.
I thought
it might just be that the show's sold out and then it's resale tickets on Ticketmaster.
I thought they're the most cheapest tickets available. Family friendly.
Yeah, the lowest right now it's even worse. The lowest ticket price is $223.75.
Jeez.
Wow.
There's barely any tickets left though.
It's sold out.
It's like all sold out. All that gray is like all sold out. So I don't know if you can see it, but so the only tickets left. Yeah, the only tickets left are like off floor seats, and they're kind of bad floor seats where if you get first row or maybe second in the floor, but if you get like fifth row in the floor, it's not particularly good, honestly.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's completely sold out. Damn. Well, good for them.
So which one? Diamond or what's that for? Diamond and Collision? Because those are two separate shows.
Oh, so that was Dynamite. I bet Collision probably has.
Hey, what's up, Neil?
What's up? Hey. Good to see you again, Jake.
By the way, did you hear the news that Amazing Red is going into the TNA Hall of Fame?
Who was?
Amazing Red.
Oh yeah, we just mentioned that. Amazing Red. There's three people: Amazing Red, ODB, and Conan.
Yeah, and also, and what I love that with Amazing Red, they had Frankie Kazarian come out.
Oh, cool! Yeah, I remember back in the day when Amazing Red and Don West would get on the table and start.
That
was great.
I do miss Don West. I do miss Don.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Don West.
Actually, Amazing Red was on the first episode of NWA TNA.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
He was in. Here's the thing. I thought he retired.
I think he has been retired, and then he came back recently.
Yeah,
And
because the promotion. I also heard that Tessa Blanchard is no longer with TNA because of she wanted to go work for CMLL.
Or they told her it was either or. She had to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty when they make people choose. But now that they own AAA, that's how it's going to be.
Actually, because of their associate with TNA association with WWE,
Mhm.
and WWE owns AAA, there might be a little bit of problems there.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. I mean, they really shouldn't care, but
Yeah,
especially when you're not working for the actual company, it's kind of
yeah. And Neil, I don't hate you, brother. You know that.
Yeah, it's all good. We're good to have you back here, Jake. You're a good
Yeah.
man.
By the way, I know this is not a Dabbleverse show,
Right. I did start my own Dabbleverse show.
but
Dabbleverse Anonymous. Oh, you were in the chat for the first episode.
look what I just got.
Let me see.
Pineapples.
Oh, we got Echo Pineapple.
Ric
You got any other
Flair,
Dabble? Oh, you got any other? You got Flair.
a Savage, and a
Oh,
Sprite can.
yeah.
I don't. I
That's
just
cool.
got them. I just got them today, but and also sorry about posting my Venmo in my thing there.
Oh, that's what. Don't worry about it. That's fine.
I cannot get into Super Tip anymore
Oh, really?
because
Did
now
you
they
get
changed.
kicked out?
No, because they changed it. They used to have Twitch on it, but because that's how I was getting in is Twitch. But it's okay because I was going to leave there anyway. They
Okay. You
because of
should
how
sign up for the new one, Dabble Tip.
I'm waiting. I've already requested access.
Oh, nice.
Just waiting.
All right.
Just waiting on Flimsy. And but let's get back to the wrestling because there's something that I want to say. By the way, I just want to say that Mandy Rose is having a baby.
Oh, really? Well,
Congratulations.
Mandy and Tino Sabanelli.
Lexar's going to be jealous.
You know what I'm talking about, Lexar?
I'm not a real big Mandy Rose fan.
What?
I'm sorry.
Neither Cornette and Brian Last.
Oh,
You turn her down. You turn her down, Lexar, if you wanted to go out with you.
I used to. So,
Mandy's
Neil,
my girl.
hey Neil, I used to work for Kenny Boland.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I worked for Kenny
The Star
Kenny
Maker.
Actually, I like to call him the Star Faker, but
There you go. He blocked me.
I just want to tell you this: the
Whoa.
guy I met the guy in 2017. Do you know who Joe Cronin is?
Joe Cronin. I'm not sure. I don't think I do.
He's a wrestling guy who does the same thing as you.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm
He,
not familiar with him.
He was Kenny Boland's co-host for like 2 episodes in 2017, and then but here's the thing. Got a little bit of news for you. Sunday is my 10-year anniversary on YouTube.
Oh, well, happy anniversary.
I've been doing YouTube for 10 years, and I started
a
as a
whole
wrestling
decade.
channel.
You were a young man when you started. You were like a little boy.
23.
Wow. All right. Well, congratulations.
23, and then I'm also I wasn't listening. I was listening to more like Wade Keller and Dave Meltzer and Mike Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was listening to. I was also listening to old Who's Slamming Who.
Mm-hmm. I remember that show. Yeah, that was when Cornette used to be on there.
Yeah. You work at I forget that you work at a radio station, Lexar.
CBS Sports.
Right.
CBS Sports.
I heard they
they got rid of me faster than Stephen Colbert.
I heard they shut the radio CBS shut down the radio.
Yeah, radio.
Oh, yeah,
there's not
I
too
heard
much
about it.
radio left anymore.
Video killed the radio star.
Except by heart radio.
Kill the radio star.
Podcast killed the radio
That's
star.
very true, actually.
Podcast killed the radio because everybody's listening to podcasts now. But
Yeah.
I
And it's all,
also-
podcasts are free. So
yeah, I also want to say this. I think that I think that AEW they need. By the way, I saw we have a new champion.
yeah. Kenny Omega won the title on Dynamite Wednesday.
Did Don Callis have anything to do with that match?
No.
Not wrong person. Cyrus the Virus.
No Don Callis, no Cyrus the Virus, no Jackal.
No Judge. What's the guy's name? Judge Jones.
Judge Jeff Jones.
Judge Jeff Jones.
Yeah, that's a guy I haven't seen in ages. And when we're wrapping him, he used to manage Mike Awesome.
Yeah,
We should get him on the show.
I've actually I've had Marty the Moth. I've had Marty the Moth Martinez from Lucha Underground.
Oh, cool. That's supposedly coming back.
Allegedly.
Oh, it is. I didn't know that.
Allegedly,
Yeah, like tweeted that it's coming back or something.
But what about the
cool.
lawsuits? What about the lawsuits? What about the people that they haven't paid yet?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of the company, but yeah, they were
Do you know
coming back from the season.
And also the company that ran it, not El Horrible, the other
El Rey Network. The El Rey Network. Yeah, they went out of business. They're not around anymore. That was Robert Rodriguez's network.
Yeah.
Is now on what's that?
Tubi?
Pluto. It's now on Pluto
Oh,
now.
Pluto. Oh, cool. That's cool.
Yeah. And by the way, I've actually had Tony Bialy on my show. So.
Oh, that's cool. Rib Shots wants to know, is anyone counting Jake's laps? Do you count how many laps you do around the house?
No. Sorry, shoulder.
It's good to get your steps in though. So you should get
By the
10,000
way,
steps a day. So
I just want to tell you something.
Uh-huh.
Because I think it's the right shirt because I haven't pulled wrong shirt. That's you don't want to. I don't want to promote Nice Podcast, stupid. And the guy that fucking blocks people for sorry language. I know.
Yeah, Michael doesn't like that kind of language.
You can say anything you want on here. It's the internet.
Me and Sunflower Dragon started our own Dabbleverse show.
I know.
So we're going to be doing some new ones here soon.
What do you think about Stuttering John coming back?
Is he coming back? Did he announce he's coming back?
He did a show.
He did? Well, I thought didn't he post he was going to do a show, but it never happened?
I also heard
today.
By the way, I got something for you. Everybody told me I should make a shirt about by the way.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Hell yeah. By the way, that's actually a really well made shirt. I like that.
Yeah.
Who designed that? Let's see it again.
My friend
see it again,
Justin,
Jake.
I have to just dang it. Here you go.
Oh, hold on. Boom, look at that. By the way, the Jake Hudson tee.
You can get it on my website. My website is on my about page or it's on my Twitter.
All right.
Yeah, Tony Reale from ESPN. Yes. I've had him on the show. Actually, I had him on last year, July 28th.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't see any recent Stuttering John shows here.
Yeah, I see. I saw that they traded this little piggy for Who Are These Podcast special episode today.
Oh, really? Okay.
They traded this little piggy, the show about Aaron.
Mm-hmm. Aaron Emmett. But by the way, almost no one here knows anything about the Dabbleverse besides me. So I think everyone else is completely confused.
That's getting back to the wrestling. Who remember? So there's a company out of Memphis called Kick Ass Wrestling.
Right.
It's coming back. Terry Golden
cool.
is bringing it back.
All right. Kick Ass Wrestling.
Formerly also known as Memphis Championship Wrestling. So who knows?
All right. Sounds good.
I I've actually have had Dustin Starr on my podcast. So
Oh, wow, that's cool.
I forget my arm. I forget.
You forget your arm. Don't forget your arm.
No, I forget I have a hurt arm, and I try to move it, and it's like I just got arm barred by Brock Lesnar.
Damn, that doesn't sound good.
So let me ask you this: Is Mr. Lexar a fan of Pat McAfee?
Gonna have to go with no.
I'm not a Pat McAfee fan. I think Pat McAfee and Logan Paul and all those bullcrappers messed up the shows.
Yeah, I can't stand him, honestly.
Does anybody remember the Logan Paul forest video? The forest he went in Japan where someone.
Oh yeah, I went to the suicide forest.
Oh, thanks. You talked about it. I wasn't gonna say that word because YouTube hates that word.
Oh right. The unalive forest, but yeah, it's a big forest. People don't know it's where people go to. There it's not seen as it's not as taboo as it is here.
By the way, supertrip.gg/without your head.
Hell yeah! I just decided to pop that up there.
Yeah, because you heard I was talking about it.
Yeah. I always forget to pop it up.
By the way, I want to say this. I think that's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I think your friends are not impressed with me.
Oh, don't worry about it. They just don't know anything about the Dabbleverse. But you can become a regular here. So we have a bunch of questions sent in by the Headyverse here. You're free to answer them too. Lex Arncedo, TNA recently added another championship to the company, the Knockouts Television Championship. A tournament is currently underway on Impact. Are you intrigued? No, I think all wrestling companies have way too many titles as is. So adding more is not intriguing to me. Yeah.
Can I say something about that?
Let's do it.
I want to say that I think because they have the Knockouts Championship, the Knockouts tag titles. AEW has got tag titles already. And they also put out another belt for the women. The TBS Championship.
Right.
You need more belts.
Oh no, I say there's too many as is. You need less belts.
Here's the thing,
I agree, Neil.
You can't have just everyone having a title.
Here's the thing, it's like everybody and
hard to even remember who all the champions are.
Remember, this is like around the horn.
Exactly. Lexar wants to bring back the Heritage States Championship, the Western States Heritage.
How about the Southern State? The Southern.
I'm
State
the champion.
By the way, and by the way, Memphis Wrestling, a good company out of Memphis. They built it. They have had.
If I ran a company, you'd have your world belt,
tag
and
title.
your U.S. belt. Then I'd have 50 titles, 50 other titles, one for every state. Be like coming to the ring, Wyoming champion.
But here's
And
the
they've
thing.
never been to fight on me.
What do you think about AEW might be finding a new company, a new TV station?
Oh, you mean like leaving Turner? I don't know. I foresee them staying there, but we'll see.
Well, they're under contract till December 2027, so a lot can happen between now and then.
By the way, to the person who
what's the name of Jake's podcast? Kings Reeves owns Stalker. Scotty wants to know.
If anybody knows, it's if you're on Dabble Dashboard. By the way, are you on Dabble Dashboard, Neil?
I am on Dabble Dashboard, yeah. I am on Dabble Tips too.
Yeah. Waiting on him to let me know about something.
I'm sure they'll let you know. You're a legend of the Dabbleverse.
Yeah, 2023. But we got any more questions?
Yeah, next question here. AEW President Tony Khan names Puerto Rico as a top priority for events. Are you intrigued? That's actually interesting because for decades, they ran Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rican fans apparently love wrestling. So, yeah, it seems like an untapped market for us for like any of the United States companies.
Is Puerto? By the way, I
Yeah, they always have hot crowds. It seems. I remember the New Year's Revolution. WWE went down there 20 years ago. The crowd was hot as hell. It was a really good crowd.
Yeah,
so I think it'd be good if AEW did a pay-per-view.
Yeah, when you go to those crowds that don't get a lot of American wrestling, like they're really appreciative. So
I've actually got to interview Barbara Goodish.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
Frank Goodish's
the widow
wife.
widow of Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
So
she says she says she never wants to. That's the one thing she never wanted to talk about was here's the guy. Sorry, I was going to say the older Charles Robertson, but I'm going to shut up.
I see a younger Charles Robinson. Vic Schiavone, ha! The other Paisan of In Your Head, along with Michael Petrelli. The FBI of In Your Head, the full-blooded.
Michael Petrelli, good man there.
Yeah, thank you. Well, if we need the FBI, we need we need an African American guy like to be JT Smith. We need we need a Southern guy to be
Southern guy with I'm from Mississippi.
The Big Don. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
How you doing,
we should add like a cowboy, I think.
Jonathan Jackson.
We want to be like that guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I was trying to say before, Miss Goodish wouldn't even want to talk about what happened in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that'd be hard to talk about.
How
you doing, Vic? We haven't seen Vic for a while.
Real life has been intruding.
What?
So yeah, but wanted to stop by even if it was just for a minute to say I'm still alive. So
well, good.
And I'm very pissed off that what they did to Sami Zayn. I don't care what anybody else says.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but they just did that. They just did that for like the Saudi show.
I understand that, but they could have
let it run for a little while.
If they would have let him go into SummerSlam as the champ, I'd have been okay with that. But
and that's a fresh matchup. We haven't seen Sami Zayn versus Punk for the title. We did now, but you could have built that up. Would have been a good match. I think would have been, Plus, I think people don't really like seeing someone come back and win the title their very first match. There's like some backlash to that.
Well,
we've seen Cody Rhodes get like endless title shots or defend the title. So, and you have 2 titles 2 nights, so why not Sami Zayn and Punk one of the nights?
I'll give him credit. That was a really good match.
Oh yeah, and it would have been a great match on a pay-per-view too. Then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But also we got here's the thing. You like a lot of people were speculating. People were speculating Ted DiBiase going to be at WrestleMania, Ted DiBiase Jr. But it turned out to be Pat Lexar's favorite person, Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I don't know who would have been bigger let down to me. They're both.
I'm kidding, Lexar. Sorry.
Lexar actually has a Pat McAfee tattoo.
I have no tattoos.
Oh. If you were going to get a wrestling tattoo, Lexar, who would it be?
See, well, I don't want tattoos.
Yeah, but if you had to pick one, they were like, you have to get a wrestling tattoo. Who would it be? NWO?
I don't know. Probably a Pepsi tattoo because I like soft drinks.
Right.
And also, hey, Neil.
Who would you get, Michael Petrell, if you had to get a wrestling
IYH right here.
Hey,
IYH.
That's the best answer of the night. Yeah. Rookie of the year. Michael Petrelli.
Yeah. Neil, I asked him to ask Vic.
All right.
Vic, I heard I know you watch a lot of like Memphis wrestling and stuff.
Oh yeah, I grew up on Memphis wrestling.
Did you know that they're bringing back Kick-Ass Wrestling? Terry Golden.
I heard that. So, I mean, when I was growing up, the reason I had just moved to Memphis, and the reason I started watching the show is because all the kids during recess, that's all they talked about. And I thought, well, if I'm gonna talk to these guys, I better start watching this show. But because I mean, when they started in the days of Nielsen ratings, half of the TV screens in the Memphis area were tuned into that live show every Saturday morning. People don't realize what a big deal it was.
Memphis Wrestling's back.
Yeah,
Dustin's doing a good thing.
Vic's going to start doing the Fargo strut. Celebrations.
That's who the big face was when I was growing up, was Jackie Fargo.
Yeah.
By the way, Jared, Bill Dundee's not doing good.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
He's got
He's got I didn't know that.
The onset of dementia.
That's really sad. Yeah, he was on the show a couple times. Yeah.
He was great. I mean,
I love that Jerry Lawler and Jimmy Hart went to see Bill Dundee one time a couple months ago, and also I watched Jimmy Hart has a friend named Ben Mala who does real estate on YouTube, and Jimmy Hart's featured on there a few times. So more you know, but I gotta say, are you a Jimmy Hart fan, Vic?
It's really funny. One of my old girlfriends, when she was in the hospital, she had a roommate. This is when I was a senior in college, and her roommate said, "Wow," because I had a mustache at the time, and she goes, "Oh wow, you look just like Jimmy Hart."
Yeah. And hey Neil, sorry to interrupt, but I want to say that this is better talk than some of the people that want me to talk Dabbleverse and stuff, because this is what I love. Yeah. Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I just want to say that I worked on a wrestling podcast, and my nickname was Jam and Jake. So
Jam and Jake, yeah.
And I've also hung
Jam
out with
and Jake, Mighty Michael. Oh no, we can't do it. We already got Mighty Lex.
And by the way. But what I do want to say is
Marlon Michael.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also want to ask, I hear that there's wrestling shows that are so did we talk about the like months ago about the what happened with that guy Rampage Jackson's son?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked a lot about that on the show.
I heard that they lost their ID.
I can't blame them. I don't think you'd want to be associated with that.
Yeah, I think Vix's boss is wondering what's he doing.
Yeah.
I think yeah.
Christian wants to know: Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be released worldwide on November 19th for all consoles. Are you intrigued? I am not. I've never played a Grand Theft Auto, so it has no interest in me. So.
Only reason I've got a PS5
is to play the new one.
Yeah, that's it.
I got a question for you. What do you think about PlayStation coming out and saying that they're getting rid of physical copies of games?
I hate that.
So it'll be download only?
Yeah.
Yeah, digital download only.
Yeah.
Man, what's Inter gonna do? Because he just collects the games.
Stevie Richards was pissed. He did a whole segment of it on his podcast. He's a big video game guy.
Yeah.
I think it's bullshit, though. I hate it. No more physical discs.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of people...
I'm going to go download Qbert. Sony announced that starting January 2008, the company will no longer produce physical games. Wow, XR.
2008?
2028.
You said
2028.
Yeah, no, 2020. Christian Calero wants to know: New York City Mayor Mondani recently celebrated the opening of the city's public pools by jumping into the pool while wearing a suit and tie. I don't know. It's fun. What's your Independence Day plan? So this was a week ago. You posted this. What did I do? I don't think I really did a lot for 4th of July. I don't know.
I have to say, Vince would love that. He loves throwing people in the pool.
Yeah, exactly.
People in a suit getting pushed in the pool. Or I guess he did it for himself. But
if you donate $17.76 tonight, you will get this American flag sticker and some wrestling stickers. So that can be $17.76 or $1,000 $776, and I also throw in some wrestling stickers.
I don't know if you saw it online. I ran the Firecracker 5K.
Oh wow, cool!
Saturday.
Congratulations!
Oh, I did see that.
There was a guy with with the Patriot mask who ran the race.
Oh, nice! Really, I have a Patriots mask. I should wear the Patriot mask. I don't know where it is upstairs. That's really cool, though. I wonder if he knew it was the Patriot, or if he just thought it was a cool,
no, he knew exactly who it was. He said he had met Del Wilkes at a wrestling con.
Oh wow, cool.
So it was so he said, I met who the Patriot really was. And I said, Del Wilkes. He said, yeah, you know who he is. And so it was he was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
when the weather gets extremely hot, how do you cool off? And would you get naked in your own home?
What the hell?
What?
I turn on the air conditioning.
Yeah.
And I mean, if my own house, I'd get naked if I don't normally walk around naked in my house, but
I think IYH needs to be toasted.
We keep
unless you're in Europe.
75, and for as humid as it is, that feels really cool here. So I'd be cold walking around naked.
Get a little chilly. That's Vic's excuse. He's like, hey, it's chilly in here.
Yeah.
Lexar, do you walk around naked?
On an occasion.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's your mom say when she just sees you walk around with your wang?
She's not I make sure she's not here in the home.
Oh, okay.
What if
she's out of here?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Do you open the curtains and just like home. Yeah.
No, I just pull down the curtains, turn off all the lights. I just use a flashlight with my phone.
A flashlight?
With my phone.
No, it's a flashlight.
Oh.
Yep.
Do you do any funny business while you're naked? Or
nope.
You
I just lean back, spread them out, spread my legs out.
Do you really want to hear this?
I'm gonna get Jake back on.
This is a mental picture I could.
Neil, I did watch that Hannibal video. You're right. That guy's gone insane since he's been on In Your Head.
Yeah,
he's pretty nuts.
Yeah, he's like lost his mind. He's just a gross dude. He's like,
he did a video on Jericho too, saying that he was talking about his penis implant, but I don't think Jericho would be talking about Hannibal's dick.
No,
I don't know what the hell he was talking about. It's really weird.
I honestly think he's lost his mind.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's got some kind of issues.
Yeah.
Which Headyverse member looks great naked?
All of us, I'd say. All right.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
You want to find out, Lexar?
Check your DMs.
Go ahead. I'm going to send you a picture.
Nice.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Geraldine. You've got a one-track mind.
Yep. Maybe Jujubee, but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Probably that Rachel.
Rachel, yeah. Rachel's pretty hot. Jake had to go. He sent us a private message. What happened to Jake? We did not kick him out. Regular Blue Chew or Blue Chew Gold? I didn't know there was a Blue Chew Gold.
Yeah, I heard about it in Conrad Thompson's podcast. The Blue Chew Gold.
That damn Conrad. He's lying a lot. He's like the same as Bruce Pritchard. He just lies and lies and lies, Conrad.
What was he lying about now?
Eric Bischoff went crazy on some guy. Some guy was saying, oh, the NWO was inspired by this angle from Japan, and Eric started going off on him, calling him an idiot. And then they kicked him off, and then Conrad said, that's not what he said, but if you rewind it like 1 minute ago, it is exactly what he said. It is kind of weird, though, that Eric Bischoff would be so sensitive about that, because he said that himself in interviews.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard him talk about that since like the 90s, because he used to go on Meltzer's show on IATA when I first got online. So it was like 2000, I guess. But I mean, that's been like well known for since the NWO started, you know.
I know, that's so weird that he got so mad about
that. Have you ever lit fireworks? Oh yeah, we used to do them every year. I haven't in a long time, but yeah. Which wrestling promotion have the best pyro display? Well, it doesn't really matter a lot to me, but if I had to pick one, I would, WWE has the best pyro, I guess.
They did cut it out for a few years.
Yeah,
for like a budget thing, I guess.
Yeah, it really means nothing to me, I have to say, the pyro. Especially when you're there live, I actually think it's really hot. I'd rather...
Kane's fire used to be so hot when Kane would come out.
I think that's just kind of
and loud.
I think it's almost kind of like
they use these compressions that would have these loud booms, and you could barely hear anything. That happened to me on my first episode of Raw when I went in 2004 at the Garden.
Mm-hmm.
When the show was over, I could barely hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of neat at home, but still, it really, at the end of the day, doesn't really mean anything to me. Now that Neal sent poop in a box, will he send jars of his own pee and cum? Damn. Well, Lexar, if you super chat right now. But so I actually,
you sent poop in a box.
I did, yeah. So when I had my annual checkup, it was 3 years since I did my Cologuard, and so the nurse was really trying to get me to come in to do the colonoscopy. She's like, if you do this, you only have to do it once every 10 years or whatever. 5 years. But my doctor just like, oh, just do the Cologuard. I was like, yeah, I'd really do that. So you get a box in the mail. It's got the little kit in it. You set a little basket. It's got brackets you put under the toilet. You poop in it. You pour some solution over it, seal it up, and you send it back to Cologuard. And I actually just got my results back today, so all negative. So no polyps.
That's good.
So yeah,
that's
so
really
then I have
good.
to do it again in 3 years. Yeah, 3 more years, and I'll do it again. So it's funny because I remember Golgo 13 would always be a big advocate of. He's like he loves getting colonoscopies, which I was like, I don't know. Yeah, seems weird, but whatever you're into, I guess. Did he send the box of poop to Mitt? No. It was and it was funny because it tells me all the places you can drop it off. So the nearest one was a CVS, which I dropped it off at last time. And so I went on my walk. I'm like, I'm going to go on my regular walk, and I'm going to drop my poop off on the way. So I was walking around. I had the my box of poop, and they don't make they put Cologuard all over the box, so everyone knows what you have. Like, you got a box of poop, which is kind of weird. Like, I don't think they should do that.
Do people try when they see that? Do they suddenly scatter from you? They don't want to go near it?
The last time I dropped it off there, it was weird because they know what it is. So I went to drop it off. I was like, "Where's the?" And they're like, "We don't accept that anymore. We don't accept." I was like, "But it literally tells me to come here." Like, "No, sir, we don't accept that anymore." Like, and then they tell me the closest place, and it was like 8 miles, and it was 5 minutes before. It was like a regular USPS store, and it was closing in 5 minutes, and it was 8 miles away. I'm like, well, I can't. So long story short, I called and they did a pickup. They came and picked up the box the next day. So.
With gloves, I hope.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the person who picked it up. So. But it's all sealed up inside. So yeah, it should be good. I think you have to get special instructions if you would just send excrement to someone. I don't think you can put it in a box and just send it. You could probably get in legal trouble. But from what I heard, Jason Minton may be returning soon to Without Your Head. Not all the time, but he may be popping up soon. Hooters are closing the rest of the locations in a couple of states. New York and Massachusetts recently had all the Hooters restaurants closed. Thoughts? I've actually never been to one, so I don't really have any thoughts. I mean, I don't like to see any business closed.
Me neither.
In that regard, that's too bad. But I've never been to a Hooters, so I don't know. I know people don't go there for the food necessarily, but I don't really have thoughts.
I always heard they had bad food.
Yeah,
I never been either.
Yeah. I think some people do like the wings, although wings are good most places, I would say.
They used to have their own hotel in Las Vegas too, but that's gone now, I think. Yeah.
Just like everyone just
it
had
was
their
like
booth.
the Hooters hotel. It was across from the like Excalibur off the Las Vegas Strip. I was like, wow, they have a hotel, but I was there last month and it's not there anymore.
Lexnar told me he's a big fan of Roosters. That's what.
That they also have their own airline, Hooters airline.
Oh, they do. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do.
Well, maybe it's probably another. It was the final lie of Hulk Hogan. He was going to buy Hooters. That would be something to know. What was the final lie of Hulk Hogan?
I remember on Hogan Knows Best, like Hogan and his mom and his wife went to Hooters.
That's a weird place.
That's where he took his mom for his birthday.
Yeah.
That's where he took my mom for my birthday.
When you feel like a jackass, bringing your mom to Hooters.
Yeah.
The mom was excited. Like she
go to Hooters?
She's like, we are going to Hooters. She was dancing. Yeah. She was happy. She was dancing and all that stuff.
Damn, where's he normally?
Hope can't believe it.
McDonald's?
I don't know.
Which was a better wedding at Madison Square Garden, Taylor Swift and Travis, or Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth? I only saw the Macho Man Elizabeth once.
Yeah, we only saw Macho Man.
It's really
We'd say
weird.
that in Macho Man.
Yeah, it's weird to plan your wedding at Madison Square Garden. This week in season 7 primer of Dark Side of the Ring, it begins with a 3-part series of Jeff Jarrett and TNA. Are you intrigued? Yeah, actually, I'm very intrigued.
I watched the first one. It's on YouTube for free, the first episode.
Oh, nice. I think all of them end up on YouTube.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't get Vice. I'm going to call my cable company just to get it for a month so I can record it on my DVR. I never liked Dixie Carter, and after watching that, I like her less.
I thought you were going to say you like her now. Oh, wow.
No, I like her less. I was surprised Insure last time Dixie was when they were on AMC or something. Dixie Carter came out and they booed her. He said he felt bad. I think they should have tarred and feathered her, kicked her out of the building. Rockhead Carter.
So Brian Matthew Clutter sent us it. This is the menu for famous Monster Pizza. So it's in Indiana. Famous Monster Pizza.
Oh, that's cool.
They got pineapple and anything.
Hatbox, lemonade, slushies, New Orleans andouille sausage pizza. That sounds good. Got a lot of different beers. I'm not a beer drinker. Step inside the new era of the classic soda fountain with your. Oh, look, they got a lot of sodas with all kinds of stuff. The Kong Classic Chocolate Soda. So it's kind of like old school soda fountain stuff with frozen Yeti, the zombie milkshake.
Decatur, Indiana.
Jaws Chum Bucket Sundae. Here's a pineapple to Sunday, though. Prehistoric caramelized pineapple sundae. That sounds good. Let's see. Salads. The Audrey 2 salad. That's cool. Chicken Caesar Ghost salad.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Penny Y side salad. Build your own monster masterpiece. Cool. Yeah, but let's get to these famous pizzas here.
Yeah.
We've got the Frankenstein. A little this, a little that, all stitched together into one creation. Includes sausage, pepperoni, onions, mushrooms, green olives, green peppers, mozzarella cheese. The Count Dracula. Sink your fangs into this one. Double thick pepperoni pizza dripping with extra red sauce. And an abundance of mozzarella provolone cheese. But beware, it contains garlic. All right, that one's something.
Hey, I love garlic.
Me too.
I do too.
I was a teenage cheeseburger pizza. Hamburger, onions, cheddar, Monterey Jack, and mozzarella topped with fresh lettuce, tomato, and dill pickles. Actually sounds good to me. I know some people won't, but El Vampiro, the taco pizza. Refried beans, seasoned beef, and cheddar Monterey Jack and mozzarella cheese topped with fresh lettuce, tomato, Dorito served with taco sauce and sour cream. The Wolfman, It's an all meat pizza. Sausage, hamburger, pepperoni, ham, bacon, mozzarella, and provolone. The Veggie Saurus, which is all veggie pizza. Get the Giant Claw buffalo chicken pizza. And the Poultrygeist, which is chicken, bacon, and ranch. I don't like ranch on my pizza.
They had me until the ranch.
Yeah. I don't think that they didn't have any pineapple ones. Can you? I think you can just get pineapples as a topping, though.
Yeah.
I suppose. I don't know. You can. Yeah. They have it there as a topping. They got mummy rolls, which is sort of like their calzone, I guess. Big monster grinders for their subs. All right, that looks fun. They even have a Suspiria Italian grinder. Sounds good.
That's cool.
Honest. Yeah, sounds good. We should all go.
I'm in.
Yeah, if I'm ever in Indiana, I'll go for sure.
So someone says refried beans on a pizza. Weird. Actually, when I was a teenager, it was this place called Craigville Pizza on the Cape, and they had a taco pizza and it had refried beans, and then at the end they put the cold lettuce and tomato and like sour cream, and it was really good. It sounds kind of weird, but it was good. And it was real popular at the time amongst us. I don't know if people still get it or not, but I don't know if that pizza place is in there. The NWA formed 30 years ago today. As of this posting, were you watching live? What were your initial thoughts and expectations? I was watching live, and it was absolutely amazing. It was one of the best storylines ever in wrestling, I would say.
Yeah.
Right? One of the best ongoing storylines ever, I would say. Really, that was people, I think, sometimes misuse must-see TV, but that was literally must-see TV for like 2 or 3 years.
That's cool. Speaking of NWA, I'm working promotions for a music festival in Huntington Beach in November, and I'll be backstage. And if I get to talk to Billy Corgan, I'll tell him to come on In Your Head to promote NWA.
Yeah, tell him
He
do it
probably
up.
knows what it is. I bet he does.
I have to say though, I do like JCW on YouTube better than the NWA show with Russo.
Yeah. I do too. I think it's fun, honestly. It's funny how anti he is of like Sami Zayn and stuff, because it seems like a guy, if Sami Zayn was in his company, I think he'd push the hell out of him because he's a great talker and the crowd's into him and stuff.
He predicted it though. He did say that, they're going to take the belt off of him in 2 weeks, and I didn't believe him, but they actually did it. On his podcast, he was saying that. So I don't know. I know he hates Sami Zayn a lot.
That sucked.
He hates Kevin Owens too.
Yeah,
he hates Kevin Owens.
He hated them both as soon as he saw him, and then he just would never want to change his mind about him. And I don't really know why. It seemed like two people he would like. I don't know. A Discord should only take a little coffee break to set up. When is Heady Cord going to go live? Well, I said earlier, AJ was setting it up, and then he's gone. So the thing is, it's going to be all under the umbrella of Without Your Head, because I'm actually we're going to be trademarking Without Your Head. So instead of getting multiple trademarks, everything's going to be under the Without Your Head umbrella. But then everything will be under there. It'll be a whole extra site for wrestling and for In Your Head and independent films and things. Do you think Sheamus O'Shaughnessy will suddenly remember he reached out to In Your Head to be a guest after his WWE departure?
He should.
Yeah.
He needs to come on the show now. Apologize to Neil. That's what I think he should do.
So for newer people don't know, this was a long time. This was the early years, either 2006, probably one of the first years. I don't know when did he start in WWE?
I don't know, like 2008 or 2009. I'm not sure.
It was literally the year he started. So he started emailing me about wanting to come on In Your Head. And at this point, he was an independent wrestler. And I think he was wrestling in Europe and or Ireland, whatever. And so his website, I went to his website and it was playing that song, It was something about like chopping people's heads off. Maybe it was the same one he still used. I can't remember. And he had the big giant mohawk, and I was like, oh, this guy rules. And so I told the intro, I was like, this guy wants to come on. I'm gonna book him. And intro was against it. He's like, why? Why do we want this guy on? I was like, listen to the music. It's funny. And so we were going back and forth for a while, and then he just stopped replying. And then I, a couple weeks went by, and then I was like, I emailed him again, and then he sent back almost like a form letter. It was just like, thanks for your interest in Sheamus O'Shaughnessy, but you have to, everything has to go through, WWE, blah blah. And this was he was the one to reach out to In Your Head, so it was very funny that as soon as he got signed in the meantime to developmental, and then had to act like he didn't know who we were or anything, but it's pretty funny. But I would have him on. Yeah, that'd be cool. That is weird. I really thought he'd be a lifer, because I would think after all those years, even if they didn't want him to actively wrestle anymore, I would thought he would just be a guy they would keep as a coach, something like that. And isn't that weird that a guy they have guys that have been there for 20 years, and instead they hire guys that never wrestled there and make them coaches? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, Petey Williams. And
because you would think, like, if a guy was there for 20 years and had the title multiple times, that guy would know what WWE would want more than Petey Williams, who never actually wrestled there. And that's no offense to Petey Williams.
Well, I guess TKO wanted. Yeah, I love Petey Williams. TKO wanted Sheamus to take a pay cut. I heard they cut like his contract in half.
Oh, okay. So I could see him bringing it back at some point. I don't know if I'd really want him in AEW. Like, I think he's good. Like, he's very physical, and he'd probably fit in. But I'm just so tired of the guy. You know what I mean? And they have so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of Tony Khan listening to In Your Head? He was a big informed. I would actually be surprised that if he had never heard it, because he would have been around during that period. Because for a while, In Your Head and Brian Alvarez, we would play his show after ours and stuff. So yeah, I would be surprised if he didn't know, because we were there, for the start of that whole scene. And we had
I bet he listened to internet wrestling radio for sure. Yeah. I bet he listened to Get in the Ring and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Brian Matthew Clutter, I have a 400-mile. I do need to reach back out to AEW next time the pay-per-view comes up beforehand, because I did get contact information to set up guests, and also they sent me a thing about where I can put in to get press passes, which actually I should have done for Boston. Now I think about it. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe I should do that. No. Maybe I should try to do that for Boston Wednesday. Maybe I could get a press pass. I have a 400.
Yeah, you should send them an email.
Yeah. Worst can happen is no. I have a 400-mile round trip tomorrow for a funeral. Can you make this an 8-hour show? Probably not, but I think we'll probably be doing. This is going to be over 2 hours, but I don't think 8 hours tonight. Nikhil wants to know. We'll get back to some longer shows. So. Nikhil, Jake the Snake Roberts was confirmed that his time with AEW is come and gone. And he looked back on the run with nothing but fondness. Loved it. I just finished up working for him. I'm no longer employed by AEW, Roberts said. Roberts also had high praise for AEW president Tony Khan, crediting him with bringing positive energy to the wrestling landscape. Favorite memories. I think that's great that a veteran guy shows gratitude for having another run and isn't bitter about it or has something shitty to say, because the guy paid him a lot of money and he wasn't even on for a lot of time. So I think that's good.
I really thought Jake. It was nice to see him again.
Yeah, I'm a big Jake fan, and I don't know. I think sometimes they put him with people that he didn't fit. I think you need to put him with some dark characters, I think you probably could have done more with him.
I could have seen him with the Dark Order or something like that.
Yeah. Dark Order might have took off more.
They had him with the Lucha guys at the end last time we saw him, which didn't make any sense. I do like when he told Cody Rhodes, don't never turn your back on somebody who you respect, and then he turns his back on him. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. Wrestling Observer Wrestling Observer newsletter. Big Bill gave notice to AEW. Oh, he's the one who wanted to leave. Okay. Yeah, I think they missed the boat on him. The entire elite has now gone. At least they let him go. They didn't say, no, we're going to make you stay here. He wanted to go, and they let him go. The entire elite has now gone through the stipulation of lose, and you can never challenge for the world title again. Cody Rhodes at Full Gear lost. Young Bucks at Full Gear 2021. Hangman at Revolution this year lost. Kenny Omega at Beach Break 1. Oh, that's interesting that they all had that same stipulation. I think they'll get out of it with Paige at some point. Like they'll do an angle where, some kind of shenanigans. I don't think we'll never see Hangman ever go for the title again.
Maybe something where he gets fired and then they bring him back and then it doesn't. The stipulation doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, returns heel and he lies. There's all different things you can do. He wins something where he's guaranteed a title now. The first 2 episodes of Dark Side of the Ring were great. Dixie was never going to outwork Jeff Jarrett. Not a chance. Mm-hmm. She held all the cards, went to dirt sheets, got Stooges to go on Sirius Radio, removed him from Power, played all her cards, and he still beat her in the end. They literally had to bring him back, have him main event the pay-per-views, and then put him in the Hall of Fame. Then she had to sell the company, and Jeff Jarrett went on to become a WWE executive for a few years, headline AAA, worked for New Japan, and then worked for AEW for years. He won. Do you agree? Yes.
Yes.
And I'm a Jarrett. Yeah. I like Jarrett, so good for him.
I always hated that thing where she was talking down to the locker room. That was the opposite of Paul Heyman at Barely Legal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember you and Incher called her Dixie Carter, Rockhead Carter.
Yeah, Rockhead Carter. She really did ruin TNA. She was a rockhead.
Let's see here. Known pro wrestling megamind Eric Bischoff pinning Max Buck from Generation Me, Matt Jackson, back in the Wrestling Matters Impact TNA days. The words "no plan" springs to mind every time I see this era of TNA. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, they really missed the boat on a lot because like CM Punk was there. I don't know. TNA announced Nick Namath versus Jeff Hardy for the TNA World title on a live episode Impact. I don't know.
It's kind of weird that TNA has like 15 people on its roster and AEW has like 150 people on its roster. TNA's roster is very thin. It's like 20 people or 15 people.
Yeah, and it keeps shrinking every week, I think.
Really? Yeah. 15, 20 people? Oh my goodness.
It's a very small roster.
Well, they got rid of guys. So
they get rid of a lot of people. USA lost to Belgium on the quarterfinals of the World Cup. England are still in. They play Norway Saturday. Okay.
I see a lot of people on the Twitter X. They're not happy that Argentina's still in it. They want Argentina eliminated. Out.
Why?
I don't know. Ask those people on Twitter X.
Wow.
Maybe it's like a spam bot farm. Somebody hates Argentina and they paid like one of those Russian spam bot farms to put a bunch of negative tweets on them.
Is that your team, Mike's Argentina?
I'm Hispanic, so I'm from Ecuador, but my mom's family's from Ecuador, but we've been eliminated by Mexico. So my mom, when she found out that Mexico got eliminated, she was happy. But she doesn't care about much for Argentina. Okay. There was a movie about that.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Evita.
The truth is, I've always. Wow! It's only when you see it like this. 4 years of all-in main events, 8 different main event stars. 4 incredible built main events, 4 top matches, all built completely differently. Kudos! A company that knows how to work, renew itself, and give everyone their moment without necessarily fixating on the same headliners every week. I will say, even though I don't even really watch WWE, but I do get tired of like it's the same like 4 people always in them. It's like Cody Rhodes and Punk, and it's like, good Lord, how many times can I see these guys?
Nikhil's just happy he's going to All In London next month.
Yeah. I have to say, I know you don't watch SmackDown. This Danhausen storyline, whereas The Miz and Kit Wilson is like his brain dead zombies, is horrible. It's this type of stuff that makes me embarrassed to be a wrestling fan.
But that's what Danhausen's doing?
Yeah, he has like The Miz is like a brain dead zombie. And this other guy, Kit Wilson, with him was like, oh, God.
I think Danhausen's having a one-on-one match for Saturday night's main event at Madison Square Garden next week.
Oh yeah, with the JD McDonough guy. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
They're doing that to I think that's the same day as AEW pay-per-view. They're doing that to counter program them again. It's on Peacock, the Saturday night's main event. I think that's the same day as the one in Montreal.
Okay. Hold on one second.
July 18th. But yeah, I have to say, I'm not really a fan of Danhausen. I know the IWC's in love with him, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't care for him either. I think he completely blows as a wrestler, but he is really over, and at that, I can't deny that. And I do think AEW really
They went too far.
They clearly missed a boat on him. Like, I don't know why they didn't do more with the guy. He was selling merch there, and like they did nothing.
Yeah, I do agree with that. If somebody's over with the crowd, you have to push them.
Yeah. It's funny. I think it shows how to place like Disco and Conan are, because when I hear them talk about him, they're saying that he appeals to like 4-year-olds to like 8-year-olds or something. I'm like, dude, you have no clue what you're talking about, because this guy was so over before he was on any TV. He was so over with the indie crowd. He was at New York Comic Con. Like he was selling all this merch. That the 4-year-olds aren't watching indie wrestling. No. He appeals to adults.
They're not watching Ring of Honor.
Find him. Yeah. They had no idea about any of this stuff. The only time he's been exposed now to like kids is in the WWE. And honestly, I don't think kids buy like toys and stuff. Yeah. Like little kids weren't buying like these throwback action figures like they sell on these websites. It's adult.
Oh yeah, like before they were born.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Look, people really love him, and I can't argue with that. So that's cool. I'm glad they're using him. He seems like a nice guy too.
Yeah.
WWE have now apparently signed the Dropouts, an Aussie tag team, and would join a list of names that have been heavily rumored to be headed to WWE, including Hiromu Takahashi, Richard Holiday, as well as Big Cass and Enzo. Well, yeah, I assume they'll probably fire a lot of people if they're going to start bringing in a lot of new people.
Is Richard Holiday the guy that used to be in a tag team with MJF and MLW?
No,
I think it is.
I think that was the real big guy, wasn't it?
No, he was with Hammerstone and MJF. He was like the third guy in the group, I think. I might be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. I love MJF and Omega, but Omega winning the belt is special. Yeah, that was great. I think it was the great move. 14 years ago.
Loved it.
And it doesn't do anything to diminish MJF. He's already big. And then eventually he'll get the belt back. So I think it was the right move, because I think if Omega lost it now, like really, there's nothing else you could do with him. He'd just be kind of like the has-been guys.
Yeah, that would have killed his career as like a top guy.
Yeah. 14 years ago today, Austin Aries ended Bobby Roode's record-breaking 256-day TNA championship reign at Destination X 2012. Wow.
I have to say, can I say something? I always loved the X division, and I really, really hated it when Austin Aries did that Plan B thing where you could cash in the X division title for a shot at the world title. It made the X division title seem like so less. Because I remember in ECW too, when RVD was a TV champion, he made that belt worth even more than the world championship.
Yeah,
so I hated that they did that to the X division title.
Yeah,
that was lame. I thought.
A lot of times that was the main event of the shows was the TV title.
Yeah,
I hope Omega retains the title versus Ospreay at Wembley. No, I definitely think I think that would be a giant mistake. Honestly, I think I think 100% you have to go with Ospreay. If you don't, I really question their intelligence. I think they'd be insane to have Ospreay lose at Wembley. I will try to call in after the World Cup is over. Been busy watching. All right, that's cool. Yeah, since we're on at 6:05 now on Fridays, Nikhil can call in. Maybe we'll get Dobbs. He was in the chat earlier. If you could do anything, this is Brian Matthew Clutter. If you could do anything, and I mean anything, to Ronnie Garvin, what would it be?
Shake his hand.
There you go. Boom. I'd give him the Garvin stomp. Just start stomping his ass. I always say, look, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I always thought he sucked. I was never a fan of his whatsoever. I hated the Garvin stomp. I thought it was the shittiest move in wrestling. He threw a really bad punch, and it was his finisher. He was supposedly like this redneck guy, but he had this French-Canadian accent. I really disliked Ron Garvin.
He became NWA World Heavyweight Champion for a bit.
Yeah. I know. I was watching it then. Yeah, and I was
40 days.
40 days and 40 nights. It was like Noah's Ark.
That's why they had to gather all the horses in the boat.
Exactly. We had to save everybody.
Anyway, I should go, guys.
All right.
Yeah,
have a good night.
I think we're gonna wrap up anyway here. But I had a good time. You have something?
I did want to say, that girl Tiffany Stratton was doing a thing where she was pulling trading cards, and she called Sergeant Slaughter SGT Slaughter, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, that's so bad. How can you be in wrestling and not know who that Sergeant Slaughter is?
This guy, SGT Slaughter, I don't know who that is.
Oh, so good. All right. Any parting words, Ludite? Any final words, Johnny Cakes? He might already be off. He might not even know he's here. So we'll take him off here. Any final words, Alexar?
No, not really. Just enjoy the wrestling this weekend or whatever you do.
All right, I'm glad to see you back, Lexar. You're a good man. You're part of the Headyverse. We love you. We might joke with you, but you know you're our boy. I might call him the OI bitch, but the Inchman's always welcome back on the show too.
Yeah, he's the one that gave me my nickname, Lexar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
they actually have the
every once in a while
he
did something,
office.
Right? What was that?
They have the Lexar corporate office, like the memory cards down here. I drive by it. I always think, where Lexar got his name from.
And Mr. Petrelli, one of our multiple-time Heady winner here. Any
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really love the AEW Dynamite this week. I think it was probably the best episode of the year.
Yeah,
I really loved it. It could have been a pay-per-view, I think.
Definitely pay-per-view quality show. I agree.
It was better than the WWE pay-per-views.
Yeah,
I think.
That's not saying a lot, but yeah, I agree. But so if you didn't see it, I think it's worth going out of your way to go watch. And Vic Schiavone, do you have any final words here for the night?
Well, I was catching up on SmackDown, and they have officially set up Punk versus Cody for SummerSlam.
Oh,
so.
Boy. That's a nice, fresh matchup.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do Cody versus Roman next.
I will say, as far as Punk guys, a lot of people are speculating he's on, steroids, but I don't think the guy would be spend his life straight edge, and then he hits 50 and decides to start shooting up steroids. So I really doubt that. I think he just dedicate himself to the gym. And he is in amazing shape. So good for him.
I mean, on the other hand, he is a known hypocrite, though. He is a hypocrite about stuff.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. So I mean, I don't know. He's in the ring, sucking off the Prince of Saudi Arabia. So who the hell knows?
I'm just saying that how many? I mean, the whole pipe bomb was of people who come back and get titles.
Yeah, he's everything. He's everything he was against.
So, and I'm a fan of Punk.
I am too. That's why it's always hard for me to say all this stuff.
Me too.
I just think they did Sammy wrong. That just.
So you know what? Screw it. He probably is all juiced up. That lying fuck.
There you go.
CM Punk, you lied about. You said you left wrestling 20 years ago when you left Ring of Honor. Then you go back to the WWE and you're like, now I'm home. Then you're calling out the Miz saying he's sucking the Blood Money's cock. And then you go to Saudi Arabia. Not only do you go there, you stay in the ring and you apologize and beg forgiveness to the Prince. And now you're shooting up the juice. You're all steroided up. And now you just come back and win the title like all the guys you used to bitch about. CM Punk, you hypocritic bitch. That's how we're ending.
Next, he's going to be an Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm going to read CM Punk.
The reason why he's in that. The reason why he's back with WWE is because his UFC career has failed.
Because he's a bitch.
0-2.
He's a bitch.
I do think WWE would have never taken him back if it wasn't for his run in AEW.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. Well, they might, but they could have taken him back, but not pushed him to the moon like they did. That definitely elevated him. Everyone's like, oh shit, he's clearly super over. And there's a lot of things there, Shody's over, can still go, and also to hurt AEW. So that all that was played into
to hurt AEW too.
Yeah.
If AEW never existed, I don't think we'd see the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes.
Oh, no way.
In WrestleMania.
There's no way. No, he might have come back eventually, but there's no way he would have came back and been perennial world champion, because when he left there, they had him as an idiot. That was the reason he left. Yeah. Another hypocrite, Cody Rhodes. He reinvented his whole career being anti-WWE and anti-Triple H, and starts another company and then crawls back like a bitch.
That's right. Show me the money.
That's his thing. Even in his theme song, I gave it all my chance for freedom. I built this kingdom. He was talking about leaving WWE and starting AEW. Total hypocrite.
For Punk is even worse to me, because Cody's always kind of it seems like a liar, but Punk, his whole persona was all this stuff he supposedly believed in. Next, he's gonna come out and be I'm against abortion, and he's gonna come out chugging some bourbon and
alcohol.
Yeah.
They had him on the Netflix show hugging Triple H and crying, saying, "Oh, you thank you for seeing me as a top guy." Yeah. Can you imagine Stone Cold Steve Austin hugging Vince McMahon, saying, "WCW never saw me as a top guy, but you did, Vince. Thank you, boss. Thank you for this opportunity. I love you. Thank you."
And then
what a bitch!
No, Austin would have stunned him.
At least don't do it when the camera's around. Jesus. All right, we'll be back next week. Maybe I'll pop. I don't know if there's a show this weekend. I'll pop. All right, we'll be back next week for sure. But I might pop back on before then. You never know. So what you got to do is subscribe here, hit the like button, hit that bell icon, not the internet icon, because you never know when In Your Head may go live. Maybe in the middle of the night. Maybe it'll be after a show. Who knows? But we will be back. And also let us know some ideas for roundtables or anything outside of the box. All right. Until next time, this is Nasty Neal.
Michael Petrelli.
Vic Chavon.
My laptop.
And this is In Your Head. Ha!
Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah. It was not small. No. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, 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 and a fight, fight. Andre was big, yeah, yeah, yeah. He was not small, no, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, 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 and a fight, fight. Andre the Giant. Andre was big, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small, no, no, no. Andre was great, he was not bad. A great big heart and a great big man. Andre was big, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small, no, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, 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 and a fight, fight. Andre the Giant.
From Grenoble, France.